Hello everyone. Welcome to the virtual class of Redemption of Redeemable Preference Shares, popularly known as RPS. In previous session, we have discussed journal entries and all required calculations related to the solution of question number 7. Today, in this session, we will discuss preparation of the journal entries again for your reference and balance sheet for question number 7. Let us prepare the journal entries in the books of Gunjan Limited. This is nothing more than revision of previous session. The first and foremost entry is related to sale of investment. The company has sold the investment for rupees 1,50,000 and suffered a loss of rupees 50,000. Then the company received rupees 1 lakh on final call from 12% RPS, as 12% RPS are partly paid up. And in order to follow the provisions of section 55 of the Companies Act 2013, it is compulsory for each and every company to convert their partly paid up preference shares into fully paid up before the process of redemption. Third, the company has received amount on partly paid preference shares from 12% RPS. Fourth journal entry is all about calculation of amount payable to the holders of redeemable preference shares. 5 lakhs rupees for 12% RPS capital, 3 lakhs rupees for 13% RPS capital, 65,000 RPS redemption premium altogether on both the varieties of preference shares, and total amount payable to RPS holders rupees 8 lakhs 65,000. Then we have completed a long calculation related to numbers of new preference shares issued by the company. As per our calculation, the company is required to issue 1,500 14% cumulative preference shares of rupees 100 each, as the shares are issued at 10% premium. So bank account debited 1,65,000 to 14% RPS capital account 1,50,000 to securities premium account 15,000. Then we have transferred rupees 6,50,000 to capital redemption reserve, that is CRR account. We have enough amount in general reserve. So we have transferred rupees 6,50,000 from general reserve account to CRR. Again, it is time to pay amount to RPS holders. So we have paid amount to RPS holders rupees 8,65,000. We have issued bonus to convert partly paid equity shares into fully paid. And for this particular transaction, we have to pass 3 steps, and for each step we have a separate journal entry. General reserves account debited rupees 1 lakh to bonus to shareholders account 1 lakh. Then we have made a final call on equity shares account debited rupees 1 lakh to equity share capital account 1 lakh. And last, we have adjusted final call against bonus to shareholders. So in this way, we can pass journal entries in the books of the company to convert partly paid equity shares into fully paid. Then new issue of bonus from CRR account. It is also given over here. Capital redemption reserve account debited rupees 5 lakhs to bonus to shareholders account 5 lakhs. And the company has allotted 5,000 bonus equity shares from CRR account. So this is all about preparation of the journal entries. After discussion of all the journal entries and calculation, let us move to the final part of our solution. The final part The last part of our solution is to prepare balance sheet. As you all know that the examiner may provide us balance sheet into either horizontal format or vertical format, but we have to prepare our balance sheet into vertical format only. So the title is in the books of Gunjan Limited, balance sheet after redemption of RPS. We have to put our title very properly. As you all know, we have to prepare our balance sheet into vertical form. And the first part of the balance sheet in a vertical form is equities and liabilities. The first item under equity and liability is shareholders fund, and shareholders fund includes share capital. For the calculation of share capital, we have prepared note number 1. Let us visit note number 1. On the left hand side of your screen, you can check the balance sheet of the question is given. This is the information given by the examiner to us in our question, right? Using this information and all the transaction, we have to calculate share capital. Now, how many equity shares issued by the company? And what is amount of bonus? That we have to keep in our mind. If you check the balance sheet, the share capital is given to us as rupees 9 lakhs. But at the time of RPS redemption process, the company has declared bonus of rupees 1 lakh in order to convert partly paid equity shares into fully paid up. So these equity shares are now not referred to as partly paid up but fully paid up. 9 lakhs rupees already given to us in the balance sheet plus rupees 1 lakh declared by the company as bonus in order to convert these partly paid up shares into fully paid up. So equity share capital is rupees 10 lakhs. Again recall step number 6. The company has declared bonus shares. 5 lakhs rupees for bonus shares issued by the company. 5,000 shares, face value rupees 100 each. So 10 lakhs plus 5 lakhs. Total equity share capital of the company is rupees 15 lakhs. Now recall step number 3. At the time of calculation of step number 3, the company has issued new cumulative preference shares. As per our calculation, numbers of new cumulative preference shares are 1,500. Face value 100 rupees. So 1,500 multiplied by 100 rupees. Total preference share capital 1,50,000. And in all, total share capital of the company is rupees 16,50,000. We have to record these 16,50,000 in the balance sheet as note number 1. If you refer each and every transaction given to us in our calculation very properly, you can prepare our balance sheet with 100% perfection. Second item is reserves and surplus. I will explain reserves and surplus and other current liabilities at the time of calculation of number 2 and number 3. Don't worry, let us move to note number 2, reserves and surplus. The calculation of reserves and surplus is always playing an important role in our question. We have already covered equity share capital at the time of share capital. This 12% RPS is redeemed and 13% RPS is also redeemed by the company. Here in note number 2, we have to concentrate on reserves and surplus. The first reserves and surplus is given to us in form of general reserve. Just check amount given to us in the balance sheet of the question for general reserve is rupees 15 lakhs. Now recall the entire process of RPS redemption. During the process of RPS redemption, at the time of passing the entry of arrangement of the fund, that is step number 3, we have transferred rupees 6,50,000 to CRR. So from that 15 lakhs, 6,50,000 is deducted. Again, to convert partly paid equity shares into fully paid, the company has offered bonus from general reserve, and amount of this bonus is rupees 1 lakh. So again, rupees 1 lakh deducted from the amount available to us in general reserve account. Total amount available to us in general reserve account 15 lakhs minus amount transferred to CRR 6,50,000 and amount transferred for bonus 1 lakh. So out of 15 lakhs, 7,50,000 deducted. So the balance available to us is rupees 7,50,000. Now come to the second item given in the balance sheet. Second item given to us in our balance sheet is profit and loss account for rupees 50,000. So second item, profit and loss account 50,000. Now simply recall the first transaction. First transaction means sale of investment. At the time of selling the investment, the company has suffered a loss of rupees 50,000. 50,000 rupees balance given to us minus amount of loss 50,000. So 50,000 minus 50,000 is equal to 0. This is the closing balance of profit and loss account. Third item given to us is a security premium. Let me calculate security premium first. Opening balance of security premium is 50,000. Now simply recall the process of RPS redemption. If you recall step number 3, that is issue of new securities, automatically you may recall that at the time of issuing new securities, we have received 15,000 rupees on issue of new cumulative preference shares. So 50,000 rupees available to the company, 15,000 rupees amount received as a security premium by the company, and at the time of adjustment of RPS redemption premium, that is in step number 4, we have adjusted 65,000. So 50,000 plus 15,000 minus 65,000. So 65,000 minus 65,000. So balance of security premium account is also 0. It is simply a mathematics. If you calculate everything very properly, you will get 100% perfect answer. Now, fourth item, that is CRR, Capital Redemption Reserve. As we all know that at the time of passing the entry of arrangement of fund for capital part, we have transferred rupees 6,50,000 from general reserve account to CRR, that is a Capital Redemption Reserve account. Out of this 6,50,000, we have issued bonus equity shares to the existing equity shares in the proportion of 2:1. You can check second part of step number 6, that is a bonus issue. 6,50,000 minus bonus issued for rupees 5 lakhs. So closing balance of CRR account available in the books of the company is rupees 1,50,000. So total amount of reserves and surplus account in the books of the company is rupees 9 lakhs. Now, after calculation of these rupees 9 lakhs, we have to transfer 9 lakhs rupees on equity and liabilities part of the balance sheet. Number 2, 9 lakhs. Now other current liabilities rupees 2 lakhs 50,000. If you want to prepare a calculation, it's okay. If you don't want to prepare the calculation in a separate form, you can easily calculate current liabilities from this information. Check information given to us on liability part of the balance sheet. On the liability side of the balance sheet given in the question, we have 3 items: creditors, bills payable, and outstanding expenses. All these 3 items represents current liabilities of the company. So we have to calculate current liabilities of the company using the total of these 3 items. 2,30,000 for creditors, 18,000 rupees for bills payable, and outstanding expenses for 2,000. So total amount of current liability 2,50,000, that you can present over here. Other current liabilities number 3, 2,50,000. You can prepare separate note number 3 in order to calculate other current liabilities. If you don't want to prepare, you can simply calculate with the help of your calculator and directly insert the figure in the balance sheet. It is not necessary because any extraordinary calculations are not involved in the calculation of other current liabilities. Now, let us move to the total of equity and liabilities part. The total of equity and liabilities part is rupees 28 lakhs. Now second part, asset. On the asset part, we have fixed assets of rupees 19 lakhs 50,000. It is known as a non-current asset. Check the information given to us by the examiner in the balance sheet of our question. The first item is a land, 4 rupees 6 lakhs. Second item is a building, 4 rupees 10 lakhs. Third item is a plant and machinery, rupees 2 lakhs. And fourth item is rupees 1,50,000. So total other non-current asset or say fixed asset is rupees 19,50,000. We have to insert total fixed asset on asset part of the balance sheet. Fixed assets number 4, 19,50,000. Now number 5, the most important items. It is all about calculation of current asset. Let us move to the analysis of the items given to us. Investment, we need not to insert investment anywhere because we have already sold our investment at the time of RPS. So again, if you insert investment even after selling, it's wrong. So investments are not part of our balance sheet for next year or after the redemption of RPS. The first item in current asset is a stock. The amount of stock is 2,50,000. Then a bank balance 5 lakhs. Without any calculation, you can directly put 50,000 rupees as a closing bank balance. Check additional information part of the question. The examiner has clearly given to you that amount of bank balance is to be maintained in the books of the account at the end of the RPS redemption process is rupees 50,000. So if you don't want to calculate, you can put directly. But if you want to put calculation of closing bank balance, you can calculate with the help of simple table. I personally insist to calculate closing bank balance. Why? Because if you have committed any kind of error at earlier stage, you can easily detect your error. Let us calculate opening balance 5 lakhs as given to us in the balance sheet of our question. Rupees 1,50,000 received by the company on sale of investment. Rupees 1 lakh received by the company on final call on RPS, as one of the variety of redeemable preference shares was partly paid up. The company has collected rupees 1,65,000 including amount of premium at the time of arrangement of the fund for capital part, and all concerned informations are given to us in our question. So total amount available to us 9,15,000. This 9,15,000 is simply a total of rupees 5 lakhs, 1,50,000, 1 lakh rupees and 1,65,000. Now, out of these 9,15,000, the company has paid rupees 8,65,000 to the holders of both varieties of redeemable preference shares. So closing bank balance available with the company at the end of this calculation is 50,000. That exactly we want as per the condition given to us in our question. And debtors 5,50,000. So closing balance of current account 50,000 rupees for bank, 5,50,000 for debtors and 2,50,000 for stock. Total current asset for the company is rupees 8,50,000. Now, after calculation of the total current asset 8,50,000, let us move to the balance sheet and insert these 8,50,000 in the vertical balance sheet as current asset. Total of the balance sheet 28 lakhs. Here you can easily check that total of the equity and liabilities part of the company is rupees 28 lakhs and asset part of the company is also 28 lakhs. It means the balance sheet of the company is getting settled on both the sides. If you calculate, if you prepare your balance sheet with 100% perfection, it will be 100% correct without any kind of error. You can avoid the error simply with your perfect calculation and journal entries of each and every stage. I hope everyone is clear with the calculation discussed in this session. Prepare your balance sheet very properly in the examination in order to secure the full marks. Thank you. God bless you. Keep watching the next sessions.